Emily loved the peace and quiet of her small cottage on the outskirts of town. But that tranquility shattered one summer night when her phone rang at midnight. She answered, but all she heard was static. "Hello?" she said, but there was no reply, just the faint crackle of the line. She hung up, assuming it was a glitch. The next night, the phone rang again at the same time. This time, a soft, whispering voice broke through the static. "Help me." Emily's heart skipped a beat. "Who is this?" she asked, but the line went dead. Over the next few nights, the calls continued, always at midnight. Sometimes there was nothing but breathing, other times, the whispered plea. She called the phone company, but they found nothing. The police said it was probably just a prank. One night, desperate for sleep, Emily unplugged the phone. Finally, she thought, the nightmare would end. But at midnight, she was startled awake by a loud knock at her front door. Her heart pounded as she listened to the slow, deliberate knock echoing through the silence. Gathering her courage, she peered through the peephole but saw no one. Suddenly, her cell phone rang from the kitchen. With trembling hands, she answered it. "Help me," the voice whispered again, but this time it added, "I'm outside." Terrified, Emily grabbed a kitchen knife and backed into a corner. The knocking grew louder, more insistent. The doorknob slowly turned, and the door creaked open. A cold, foul-smelling air filled the room as a shadowy figure entered, a woman, gaunt and twisted, her face obscured by tangled hair. "Help me," the figure whispered, moving closer. Emily raised the knife, bracing for the worst. But suddenly, the figure stopped, as if listening to something distant. Then, it began to dissolve into shadows, the door slamming shut behind it. The oppressive air lifted, and silence returned. Shaking, Emily picked up her phone, which buzzed one last time. The screen displayed a final message. Asterisk asterisk, "Thank you. You set me free." Asterisk asterisk. From that night on, the calls stopped, and Emily's home was peaceful once more. She never understood exactly what had happened, but she knew one thing: the spirit had been freed, and the haunting was over.